Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, honored guests. Welcome to this afternoon's Convocation ceremony as we celebrate graduates of degree, diploma, and certificate programs in the Faculty of Health and Community Studies. At this time, I want to acknowledge the very talented group of individuals who are sitting behind me, who under the direction of Assistant Professor of Music Raymond Burree, comprise of the MacEwan University Big Band. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give it up for their performance here this afternoon. We will be commencing our program in a few moments, and in preparation, I would like to remind you that the Winspear Center is an acoustically responsive hall. Therefore, we ask that if you are carrying any electronic devices with you, that you take a moment now to turn them off, or at least silence them for the duration of today's ceremony. If you are traveling with small children and your little ones become restless, the Winspear Center does have monitors in our main foyer and lobby areas just outside of the concert hall, that if you need to take a break, you can continue to participate in the ceremony by watching it on the monitors. The university has arranged for a professional photographer to take photos of graduates receiving their parchments as they receive their parchment from the president, Dr. Saucier. Those photos and information about how to obtain those photos will be forwarded to graduates at a later date. When you pass through the foyer this afternoon, I'm sure that you likely noticed that there is a MacEwan University alumni photo area in which we encourage you to stop by, if you have not already done so, and get a complimentary photo or two of your graduate at the conclusion of today's ceremony. You are also welcomed, should you wish to take photos of your graduate as they cross the stage today, to kind of congregate here to the right of the stage. And this is where you can take photos. They'll be receiving their parchments just on stage left here. And come into this area just maybe a little bit in advance of when your graduate is expected to cross the stage, and then kind of exit out as quickly as possible. There will be ushers there to assist you in helping people flow through that area. Given the size of our graduating class today, you can see we've got a full house here, and we're starting to fill in the photo area, but there will be space and the ushers will guide you around there so that you can take your photos. Today is indeed a wonderful and celebratory event as we recognize the achievements of our graduates during their time at MacEwan University, and to acknowledge those with the conferral of the credential to which they have earned. Before we begin our ceremony, the MacEwan University Big Band will perform a vocal ballad titled Memories, which was written by a Bachelor of Music alumnus, Andrew Reed. It was written in 2015 in celebration of the first graduating class of the Bachelor of Music in Jazz and Contemporary Popular Music, and now remains a part of our lasting legacy for the university and is being performed at each convocation ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, the MacEwan University Big Band.
Just so we could say at last, the page has turned and a new chapter has begun. All of our stories that fill up every page, all of our laughter that echoes through each age. This chapter's ended, but this book is far from done. There will be days that go on by where we can't help but be reminded of this place that we call home, if only for a while. Oh, the people we have met, we will never forget. Every talk, every hug, every friend, every smile, all of your memories of every smiling face, all of your dreams that have brought you to this place. May they live on forever in your heart. drinking in sunshine. Went out of that orange-colored view. Wham, bam, alakazam, I gotta look at you. Well, one look and I yell timber. Watch out for flying glass. 'Cause the ceiling fell in and the bottom fell out and I went for a spin and it started to shout up and hit. This is it, this is it. I was walking along, just minding my business, when love came and hit me in the eye. Oh, flash, bam, alakazam, out of that orange-colored sky. Well, one look and I yelled timber. Watch out for flying glass. 'Cause the ceiling fell in and the bottom fell out and I went for a spin and I started to shout up and hit. This is it, this is it. I was walking along, minding my business, when love came and hit me in the eye. Flash, bam, alakazam, out of that orange-colored purple stripe, pretty green polka dot sky. Flash, bam, alakazam. Hey, goodbye.
Let's give it up one more time for the MacEwan University Big Band. Ladies and gentlemen, honored guests, if you're able, I'd ask that you'd please rise. At this time, I am very pleased to introduce this afternoon's mace bearer, Michelle Andrews, Assistant Professor of Correctional Services in our Faculty of Health and Community Studies. Ms. Andrews, who is leading the stage party, is carrying the university's mace, which was donated to the university in 1997 by its namesake, Dr. Grant MacEwan, and became the official mace in 2008. It is especially meaningful to the university as it was hand-carved by Dr. MacEwan. Further information on the mace and other convocation traditions can be found in your convocation program. The university's faculty will be led this afternoon by Distinguished Proctor Dr. Tricia Lorette, Assistant Professor and Chair of the Department of Human Services and Early Learning. In honor of National Indigenous Peoples Day, the graduate procession will be led by two Indigenous dancers, Sarah Perquette and Dustin Stamp. Sarah, a native of Ottawa, Ontario, will perform the Women's Fancy Shawl Dance, which is one of the more contemporary powwow dances that has had its origins from the Crow people, as well as the Wild West shows. Sarah has been dancing for 5 years and makes all of her own regalia. Dustin Stamp, a fancy twin bustle dancer, is from Saddle Lake, Alberta, and will perform the men's fancy dance and or as it is known, the bustle dance. They will be accompanied by the Blackstone Drum Group, who is comprised of Terry Pascaman, Adrian Cross, and Rocky Morin. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing now for the academic processional.
Wow, wasn't that amazing, folks? Truly amazing. Graduates, distinguished guests, members of the stage party, faculty, staff, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mike Sekulich, University Registrar and Marshal of Convocation. MacEwan University respectfully acknowledges that the land on which we gather in Treaty 6 territory is a traditional gathering place for many Indigenous people. We honor and respect the history, languages, ceremonies, and culture of the First Nations, Métis, and Inuit who call this territory home. The First Peoples' connection to the land teaches us about our inherent responsibility to protect and respect Mother Earth. With this land acknowledgement, we honor the ancestors and children who have been buried here, the missing and murdered Indigenous women and men, and the ongoing collective healing for all human beings. We are reminded we are all treaty people and the responsibility we have to one another. You may be wondering why some graduates have an extra tassel on their mortarboard. Members of the class of 2018 have been making donations of $18 to our Pass It On campaign, which supports the Alumni Legacy Fund. 2018, $18. The silver tassel is a token of our appreciation for the individual contributions to the Alumni Legacy Fund. This fund will provide scholarships to future students. So these graduates who haven't even received their diplomas are already helping the next class, and isn't that incredible? And a thank you to everyone who has made a donation. If you want to join in, you can by visiting the alumni booth in the lobby and making a donation and receiving your very own silver tassel. And graduates, this campaign is all about helping the next you. So be sure to pass on your best advice and words of wisdom on social media with the hashtag #TheNextYou. Now please remain standing and in respect, remove all hats except mortarboards for the singing of our national anthem led by Ms. Katrina Souza. Thank you, Ms. Souza, and please be seated. I declare MacEwan University Convocation open. It is intended to honor our 2018 graduates, and we are honored to have you present with us on this occasion. The word convocation comes from the Latin word convoco, which means to call together by summons. It is traditionally used in connection with an ecclesiastical or academic gathering, and convocations are called for the conferring of degrees, diplomas, certificates, for special announcements, and for the recognition of outstanding achievement. So it is today that we call colleagues and friends together to honor MacEwan University's graduates and award recipients for Spring 2018 Convocation. I will now introduce members of the stage party and representatives from visiting institutions. Members of the stage party, please remain standing once you've been called upon. At audience, I would ask you to please hold your applause until everyone has been introduced. I would like to start with Board of Governors Chair Ione Shelbourne, President Dr. Deborah Saucier, Provost and Vice President Academic Pro Tempore Dr. Craig Monk, and Academic Governance Council Vice Chair Dr. Lynn Honey. Would members of our Board of Governors, Vice Presidents, and Associate Vice Presidents please rise? I would also ask the Deans, Associate Deans, and members of the University's administration to rise as well. Representatives of our associations, faculty, staff, alumni, and student, please rise. Will our Indigenous knowledge keeper and facilitator, Roxanne Tatusis, please rise? I'd like to invite our convocation speaker, Cheryl Whiskey-Jack, and our mace bearer, Michelle Andrews, to stand and be recognized. Will our distinguished proctor, Tricia Lorette, along with all faculty and staff for the university, please stand? Ladies and gentlemen, this is your stage party. This is your university. Please join me now in acknowledging them with a round of applause. Thank you, members of the stage party. You may be seated. For the Indigenous invocation, I would like to call upon Ms. Roxanne Tatusis, Indigenous knowledge keeper and facilitator.
Good afternoon, Roxanne.
Good afternoon.
It's my honor to offer protocol for the invocation.
Hey, oh my God, this is a little overwhelming. So many beautiful faces. So watie, kita tamskat na kakio ntuhtemak nuako magnak manteak e kakio utagayaek nista kami wapi ko nitsni hiwigasun. Ega nistu teutse hite pitoana piune kamista heimasko utaskina niahute. So I always greet you in my first language, which is the Plains Cree language. And I'm honored here to be invited. And I greet you all, my friends, my family, my relatives. And I'm honored to accept this protocol offering of tobacco, the sweet grass, and this prayer cloth to bring blessings to each and every one of us here. Because since the beginning of time, and even to this day, today we're being acknowledged for as the Indigenous peoples of these lands that we are spiritual people, and we are still spiritual people today. And that's why, with the offering of protocol, I invite Creator that we know to be very kind, very loving, very compassionate, and the ancestors to come and bless this sacred space and this time here together. For the wise words that are going to be shared for you, the graduates, congratulations. For a continued path of good health, of success, and of of all good things, that they may come to you, and that I ask the Creator and the ancestors that they bless our sacred fires and the sacred paths that we journey, that as a collective we can continue to grow and understand each other in a good way for the next 7 generations. So with this prayer, I lift this up and I invite you all to pray with me in the way that's meaningful to you and purposeful for these blessings. So, ai hain mamu tawinang se mantu how ni musumpanak no kumpanak how gista at the yoganak at the nista moix game to cook nista gami wapi kunits ne here we gasun I saminam stahin and asku tenum gakio gawi eitaman then asku ten minuma gotakis ga pe here. How ektegista, sorts kitin now just them how we kaskoy go epinasun, evenista, stahinas in an askumon. How ektegia kakse watsik, how ektegista, beneatoi testamon mountains ganan, te hunan, exisuki gakio go up mawak, evgo Gamu nagu tigetsik, we star, kakwe pe we tihago gogik, gagisik snamastic, we star, de saga metak, a skip matsun, exisumo meskno, gakio gawatsia, gamiasan, exisumo, we star, ignogo goskoasis, muites gani taugatik, we star, nabasagutananak, we star, ques we star, de saga metamakitoskion. How ectanista, timax and wimsta higoin skaten, magan charsk skaten. Tansisuma te sagametama gakio, gagametama get the toskion, hexinistam stain and askuman, ai hai gakio get the na, gakio no akumaganak, ai hai. So with that, thank you, and let's start the event.
Thank you for the Indigenous invocation, Ms. Tatusis. And now I would like to ask Ms. Parvin Sadeghi, student board member, to read the MacEwan University invocation.
Through learning, we flourish and help others to flourish. We stand here today on the brink of important change for ourselves and for the world. Inspired by the past, we now step forward to transform the future. Engaging with others, we cherish the diversity of experience within our communities and ourselves. Through perseverance, we excel. Through compassion, we connect. Through creativity, we thrive. Through knowledge, we grow. Through all this and more, let us forge a legacy to nurture, to inspire, to endure. Moved by this spirit, strong in our knowledge, we move out into the world with open arms, open mind, and open heart. We pledge to leave the world better than we found it. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Sadeghi. Now I'd like to call upon Board Chair Ione Chalborn to bring greetings on behalf of the MacEwan University Board of Governors.
Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I want to congratulate all of you on behalf of the Board of Governors for all of the accomplishments and hard work and the time you took out to have some fun since you started with MacEwan. We know that you have worked hard and that you are enjoying this day and all that led up to it. I have to admit, you guys know as well as we do that you are ceremony 6 in a set of 6. And as I stand here now and having delivered remarks for the others, I feel very emotional. There is so much excitement, and it is such a special time. And for those of us who've been involved in it, that's building inside of us all of the time. And so to be here with you, I'm kind of sorry that you're the last class, I have to say, and look forward to shaking your hands as you walk across the stage. This is a time to reflect on your accomplishments. I want you, and we want you, to be very, very proud of them and to own them and to strut your stuff with them, because they are yours to lift you, and they're going to be your foundation on all that you build in your personal and your professional life. But actually, what I'm here to talk with you today is about something else. It's about those moments when you didn't feel so successful. Maybe you were embarrassed, maybe you were frustrated, maybe you were defeated. And those are as important in different ways, because you learn skills and you learn you bring forward your values and some attitudes around that help you to bounce back from what some might call failures into a new situation. So I'm going to tell you one of mine, and it was on my first day of university a few years ago, more than a few years ago, and I was at the University of Alberta, my very first day of class. And I came, a little bit of context, I came from a very small town. It was a rural community, a couple hours west of Edmonton, on the highway, so we felt pretty modern. It was a, two-lane highway to get us to and fro. And we were one of about 20 families that lived in that community. There were 8 students in my high school class graduating, and my parents were the only parents in that community that had a post-secondary education. So that did set us apart a little bit. And my parents were not smug, but I was. I felt that, I felt like I not only knew a lot, I felt that I knew absolutely everything there was to know. And I was a very big fish in what was a very small pond. So when it was time for me to go to university, I packed up my real bags and the metaphorical baggage, that I certainly had with me, to go to school. And I was training to be a teacher. And I had never had to navigate a place as big as the U of A campus. Never as many people, not as much complexity, never as many buildings around that blocked my view. So I was overwhelmed. It started out that way, feeling overwhelmed. And then I needed to find my first class. And for anybody who's been on the U of A campus, I lived in residence. My first class was in the Tory Turtle. So it was a pretty straight line, about 20 minutes walk if I went as the crow flies, which is possible. So I started out about 8, thinking I would have about 10 minutes to get settled, find the best seat, which is in the back row all the time. And I couldn't find that class. I was upset by that. I was worried about missing a class, like what was going on for me, why couldn't I find it, why couldn't I figure it out? So 2 weeks later, as I'm still trying to find that class, I was leaving my room at 6 o'clock in the morning. My roommate was saying, "Why are you leaving so early?" And I, like I've got things to do, man, So, but during that time period, I was trying to ask for help. So somebody would give me a map, but I didn't know how to read a map. My town had one road, you lived on one side or the other, the store was at the end, so I'd never had to read a map. So I had no idea that you actually had to do some orienteering. Or I'd ask somebody else and they'd say, "Well, it's over there." Like, how helpful is that? So after a while, I really cannot remember how I got to that class specifically, but what I think happened is somebody actually walked me there. But during that time period, I became very anxious. I was overwhelmed. I felt defeated. Many days I felt sick to my stomach. I felt that goal at the end of getting that university degree was unattainable for me if I could not find that class, and I was getting behind. So I learned through that experience, and I learned that those overwhelming feelings of defeat and embarrassment fade over time. The other thing I learned about it was that I had grown up in a family and also in a culture, and I'm not sure that we're far away from this now, where shame is attached to making a mistake. So if I didn't know everything, and I could not then be successful on whatever the task was, which in this case was finding a class, I felt shame. And so I, did that for myself. That's not a good thing. It doesn't feel very good, and it doesn't help you build on success. So, as you're going forward in your next chapter, it is going to be very, very exciting. And you are going to have more accomplishments than you can even imagine. And you are going to realize dreams that you did not even know that you had. And you'll develop new dreams. But please always pay very special attention to those moments, those mistakes that have also formed part of your journey and what you learned from them, because they help you build your resilience. And it's that package together that is going to give you a solid foundation going forward. The biggest lesson I learned was to ask for help and to be very clear about the kind of help I want, because people will offer you help, but it's not always what you need. So to be able to articulate what you need. The other thing I learned was that people want to help you. So when you put it out there, you'll have no end of support coming back to you. And the third thing I learned was always to say yes when somebody asks you for help. Give what you can. Now, last night I had another mistake, and I thought these feelings of embarrassment were far behind me. Now, I know with this big band, somebody can do a drum roll, right? Right? Can you? I need an announcement for my big mistake. Like a real, something. Perfect. Because that's how big it felt. So I was leaving Convocation, and because I wear these special robes, I had a spot in the back. And there was an orange pylon that said, this is for the board chair. So I looked behind me, and all kinds of people were coming out, and I didn't want to back out into them. So I thought, well, there's a clear path straight ahead of me. I like clear paths with no obstacles, so I went forward. And as I'm going forward, I heard this clunk, clunk, clunk. And then another colleague from back here, this one, says, hey, you were dragging that pylon. You've just rolled over it and crushed it totally. So he helped me by getting that pylon, and then this morning, I'm feeling badly about that. I've damaged property, I have moved this into kind of like a crime status. And then I come in this morning and say, hey, I did something really bad last night, almost a crime. I crushed a pylon. They said, what are you talking about? So the message I want to give you is not every mistake is even noticeable. So just put them out there, make them big, the shame disappears, package it up with all your successes, and go forward. So you will always do better in that way, I think. So have a great day, celebrate well. We're so very proud of all that you do.
Thank you, Board Chair Shelbourne. I was wondering who crushed that pylon last night, so now I know. And thank you also for your message, a very personal message, reminding us that our mistakes don't define us, but rather they help build resilience, and that with the help of others, and by offering to help others when we are able, we will overcome life's challenges and succeed. Thank you. I'd like to now invite Dr. Deborah Saucier to please come to the podium and provide the President's address to Convocation.
Thank you, Mike. Congratulations to each and every one of you. In a matter of minutes, you're going to walk across the stage and become MacEwan alumni. And you'll leave this ceremony as our university's best representatives in our community, our city, our province, our country, and indeed our world. As I look out into this sea of faces, and wow, there is a sea of faces here, I know there are some very big dreams in this room. I also know there are real worries for what the future will hold. And it's very easy to believe that the world is a terrible place. Deirdre McCloskey wrote some material I was reading last week, and she is the Distinguished Professor of Economics, History, English, and Communication at the University of Illinois at Chicago. And she's a professor who has studied the world at its best and worst from many perspectives. And she wrote a quote I'd like to share with you today. And she says, "For reasons I have never understood, people like to hear that the world is going to hell and become huffy and scornful when some idiotic optimist ruins their pleasure. Well, I'm that idiotic optimist, and I hope you all are too. Why do people love being pessimists? Well, there are many explanations, but I'll give you mine because I'm a neuroscientist and I study how the brain governs our behavior. We're pessimists because it's very, very easy. Your brain's most important job is to keep you alive. Your brain wants you to be pessimistic so that you're prepared to protect yourself. So when you hear that bump in the night, your brain doesn't say, "Oh, that's the cat." It says, "That's a saber-toothed tiger." When you see a fin go by you in the lake or river when you're paddleboarding or kayaking, you don't say, "That's a fish." You say, "Yikes, a shark." But unless MacEwan's biology professors have found something out that they're not telling me, there are no sharks in the North Saskatchewan. So even when your social media stream makes it seem like the world is at its worst, know that the scientists, researchers, scholars, and creative people who have taught you thus far know that there has never been a better time to be alive. People have never lived longer. There have never been fewer wars. We have never been so prosperous. So how do you make the most of that? And how do you improve on what's already pretty good? Well, I'd argue that it's by following your values. Your values, no matter what path you're on, will help you keep on track. And here are a few that I hope to share to you and that I know have been reinforced during your time here at MacEwan. The first is be optimistic. Turn down that shark detector. Not all the way down, because there's a difference between risk-taking and being foolish, but a whole bunch down. And I know how important that is because I myself have to do it every single day. And looking up at the very top row, and I'm really glad I can't see you very well, it's part of why I took my glasses off. I have to do it every single day because I'm an introvert. This is not my safe spot, standing in front of a group of people like you today and speaking about what I believe in. My safe spot is back in my lab, in shorts and Birkenstocks, analyzing data. And if I'd stayed where I was the most comfortable, not only would my feet be happier, but I would have missed out on a lot of incredible experiences. Incredible experiences that include working with the people here, meeting some of you and all of you soon, and also so many other amazing experiences. So whatever it is that you dream of doing one day, I'm living proof that you can do it. How do you do it? That's my second piece of advice, and it's very simple. Hard, but simple. Be brave. When I started graduate school, about the day after where you're sitting right there, I was so shy, I couldn't look people in the face. I could look at my shoes. They were, Birkenstocks. Not much changes. And if I was feeling really brave, I might look at your shoes. But I knew that what I wanted to do was become a professor, and I was going to have to speak to people. And I also knew from my own experiences that the professors that I had who were terrified and too shy to talk to me were not my favorite professors, and I wanted to be a great professor. So I had to be brave, which meant, again, practicing doing the kinds of things I'm doing right now. And sometimes, I'll admit it, I had to fake it. I'd hold the podium so that you couldn't see how badly I was shaking. Take off my glasses, another trick I've learned. But that being said, when you're brave, you can do a lot of things. And that sometimes, as we've heard it from my own earlier today, means that you might fail. But when you fail, part of being brave is getting back up, dusting yourself off, even if you've got to wear sleeves this large, and trying again, learning from that mistake and doing better next time. And the last thing I want to leave you with, the third and most important value I can think of, is be kind. If you're ever asked to do something that seems to go against your own values, know that at the heart of it, if the decision involves kindness, you can't go wrong. I have never regretted a decision I have made that has had kindness at the heart of it. But when I say kind, many people think it's just to other people. I'm going to tell you, you also need to be kind to yourself. When I was sitting where you were sitting a few years ago, okay, maybe 30, anywho, I know you're all doing the math now, aren't you? Anyway, I took myself very, very seriously. And I was not kind to myself. My hair was wrong, and there's a long list of things that went all the way down from there. But what I've learned over the years is kindness to yourself is the most important. And even though I have the most serious job I've ever had in my life, I take myself so much less seriously than I ever have. And every day my office is filled with laughter as we try to do the job of helping govern MacEwan University. Because what being kind to yourself and others does is puts people at the center of it. And universities are all about people. Your life is about people. So when we talk about universities being agents of change, it's only because of the people who are there. So when I think of the class of 2018, I can hardly wait to see the changes you'll bring. Congratulations. Thank you all, and take care.
Thank you, Dr. Saucier, for reminding us about the importance of optimism, being brave, picking yourself up when you stumble, and being kind to yourself and to others. Thank you. I'd like to now invite alumnus David Johnson to present the Distinguished Alumni Award.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Alumni are our university's greatest legacy, and each year, MacEwan recognizes the outstanding contribution and achievement of its graduates through the Distinguished Alumni Award. Established in 1986, this award represents the highest form of recognition that our university bestows on alumnus. So essentially, it's like the Oscar for Best Former Student. Can I ask Cheryl Whiskey Jack to come up and join me at the podium, please? I'd like to introduce Cheryl. This is this year's recipient of the Distinguished Alumni Award. Cheryl is the Executive Director of the Bent Arrow Traditional Healing Society. Cheryl graduated in 1995 from MacEwan's Child and Youth Care program. This is your network. She also graduated from the Banff Center's Indigenous Leadership program. She began her career in 1995 as a youth worker with the Bent Arrow Traditional Healing Society. This is a not-for-profit agency that serves urban Indigenous youth. Since then, she's been very busy. She's taken on a number of roles within that organization, and she was appointed to her current role ultimately as Executive Director in 2008. Cheryl continues to raise Bentero's profile in the community. She oversees the organization's 18 programs and services. She has partnered with numerous organizations across Alberta and the province, including Edmonton Public Schools, Edmonton Police Services, Alberta's Children's Services, the University of Calgary, Blue Quills University, and of course MacEwan University. Wow. In addition to all her work with Bentero, Cheryl serves on the board of the Canadian Accreditation Council of Human Services and the Alliance Association of Community Services. She also contributes to organizations such as End Poverty Edmonton. She's also sharing a lot of her experience and wisdom through the Edmonton Chamber of Voluntary Organizations Executive Director Mentorship Program. I'd just like to congratulate you again on an absolutely worthy cause, and I wish you all of the best in your future success. I'd like to invite you now to provide your convocation message to the students. Thank you. Conveniently located on the podium is your award.
Thank you, David. Thank you, Board Chair Chalborn, President Saucier, Dean McGinn, Chair, Department of Child and Youth Care, Donna Jameson, and the faculty for this honor. My name is Cheryl Whiskey Jack, and these days I am the Executive Director of the Bentero Traditional Healing Society. I want to acknowledge the land on which we gather here today, for it sits in Treaty 6 territory, traditional meeting ground, gathering place, and traveling route of the Cree, Saulteaux, Blackfoot, Dene, Nakota Sioux, as well as the Métis. Being an Anishinaabe or woman from Wikwemkong Unceded Reserve on beautiful Manitoulin Island in Ontario, I often refer to myself as a settler here as well. This beautiful Turtle Island that we are so fortunate to be able to make a life upon is fertile ground. And I, as well as my family, have been beneficiaries of the bounty that is here. And this is why it's so important to make this acknowledgement. As I pondered and stressed a little for the words to share with this graduating class of helpers, I wanted to seize the opportunity to be impactful and strong in my message. It's not every day you get an opportunity such as this. My inspiration came one night as I said my nightly prayers. I used those prayers to express my gratitude for my blessings and to reflect upon my day. My most impactful mentor in my professional life was the founder of the agency that these days I am blessed with the leadership of. Shauna Seneca, who herself was a distinguished alumni recipient in the class of 2000 and a graduate from the Child and Youth Care program as well, always started her daily prayer with, "Thank you for this day and for my life." Really such simple words, but when you delve into them, there's really great meaning within them. As I reflect upon my career as a helper, I know with great certainty that it has been my attention to spirit that has helped me on this journey. And my attention to spirit has been aided by the Bentero Traditional Healing Society, the agency I chose to make my professional home with all of these years. An agency that believes in balance, and our spirits are a part of that balance. You see, at my agency, since the day I started there in 1995, immediately after graduating from the Child and Youth Care program, we start our day in ceremony. This ceremony sheds light on our hopes for the day, and it starts our day with intention. It's a wonderful thing. My blessings are simple but profound. I'm thankful I have a roof over my head, a home, a sanctuary from the stressors of life, a husband who is my spirit's home forever. He protects, he provides, he serves, he loves, he listens, he shelters, and is always by my side. I'm thankful for my family. I'm rich in this department, you see. I'm a millionaire. I heard an elder one time describe Indigenous families. Europeans, he says, have a family tree, and us Native people have the whole damn bush. Nelson Mandela, another wise man, told us there can be no keener revelation of a society's soul than the way in which it treats its children. My parents come from large, loving families. They all had the same amount of children, it seems, so I am rich with first cousins, who are more like an extension of my own siblings, more than 100 of them. My dad, bless him, taught me and my sisters there was nothing we couldn't do. I have aunts and uncles and grandparents who treat me like I am precious. I'm 49 years old, and when I go home to Manitoulin, I'm still treated like I'm precious. I have a father-in-law who looks at me and all his children like we're miracles, and we kind of are. A mother-in-law who used to always have my back. Couldn't we all use a little more of that in our lives? This kind of love and care is infectious as I treat my littles as being precious as well. I share this love and care with my team, at work, and through the youth I used to work with back in my frontline days. It ripples through every part of my life. My home, where I come from, and my people, where I come from, I often describe as fertile ground. The land is in my bones, and the water is in my veins. I come from a long line of love. These elements are my roots. It is because of them that I am able to thrive, even far from home. How I found a family here with the Whiskey Jacks from Saddle Lake, Alberta, when I married their son and brother Elmer. A family who also stands with me and by me. A family whose name I also try to bring honor to. You may wonder why. Why am I sharing this with you? I share this with you because this is what it takes to get me here in front of you today. Roots, a deep understanding of who I am and where I come from. Not just the land, but my people. An understanding of how to live Minupamatsuwin, or a good life. These are the ingredients. And I'm not one in a million. My village, if you will, has teachers, published academics, a Juno Award-winning singer and songwriter, law enforcement officers, nurses, doctors, lawyers, an engineer who may have even had a hand in designing the engine under the hood of your car, millwrights, and other tradespeople, and also leaders and helpers like myself. It also speaks to the caliber of education this brilliant institution provides. I'm really so proud to be a graduate of MacEwan. As helpers, I want to urge you to look at those you are helpers to with the same lens. They're precious. They come from people who also think that they're precious and that their land and water are a part of them. I urge you to find a job that feeds your soul and not just your bank account. To find not a job, but an organization where you can grow professionally and spiritually. If you're able to do this, you'll blink and the decades will fly by. Adversity? Sure, I've had plenty along the way. My leader and mentor passed away very suddenly, leaving me feeling very unprepared to take the helm. But I did, and I was. Indigenous people, the first people of this land, continue to have an unfavorable narrative with the Canadian collective. Our Indigenous children and youth continue to be overrepresented in almost every deficit system, like child welfare and justice, and underrepresented in our other systems, like high school completion and post-secondary studies. But this is changing, and this gives me hope. I saw a lot of you in the hallway on my way here. These things make my legs swing out of bed every day because I will not retire saying that my work never made a difference. I am not one in a million. I am one of many who had all the right things in my soil to help me grow into the person that I am today. Today, as you go forward in your life, into the workforce or back into more studies, know that you are part of someone's soil, the thing that will help them grow, or the light that shines on them so they can. Whatever part you play, remember that you are precious, and then pass that on to them. Let's grow one generation of really great kids, and then look out what a force we will be. Chumigwech. Thank you.
Hello. So it gives me great privilege to now blanket Cheryl with this amazing Pendleton blanket, which in our culture is one of the highest honors that we gift our people with when they've achieved all that they have, that is being recognized here by Cheryl's accomplishments today. And it's a reminder that she'll always be embraced with the love, kindness, and compassion of our people and our ancestors, and that they will continue to nurture her and guide her in a way that's going to be meaningful to continue her good work. As well, we'd like to gift her with this eagle feather to honor her again, that she may continue to lift not only herself, her family, friends, and loved ones, but the people that she serves in a good way, and continue to take flight. Aye, aye. And then an honor song by my nephews, my grandsons here. Blackstone will do the honor song. Thank you, Rocky, Terry, Adrian, for that beautiful song. And that trill that you hear that I do was gifted to me by who were they? The Cheyenne, Northern Cheyenne people of Montana. Because we lost it here in the prairies, and they gifted back to me to bring it back up. And that trill is done in times of celebration like this to lift up the spirits of all the people here. And it's done as well at funerals, when people are deep in their grieving and that emotion is deep in pain, in hurt. hurtful in terms of grieving and mourning, and that it's supposed to lift them up, because with the help of the Creator and the ancestors that's present here today, it's our hope that it'll lift us up to continue to do the good works that Cheryl has demonstrated is needs to continue to happen. So with that, thank you, graduates, and everybody here. Hi.
And I too would like to express my thanks to Miss Whiskey Jack for her personal, touching, and relevant message reminding us about the importance of caring for and understanding ourselves and each other. Now I would like to invite Dr. Monk, along with Academic Governance Council Vice Chair Dr. Lynn Honey, to their respective podiums for the presentation of graduands and the conferring of credentials.
Good afternoon. We've reached the moment, the transformational moment, where graduands become graduates. So graduands, if you are able, please rise. On behalf of the faculties and schools of MacEwan University, I present these graduands and those named in the Convocation program who are not at this ceremony. I ask that they be pledged and admitted to the MacEwan University degrees and diplomas which they have earned.
And I will ask you all now to join in the MacEwan University Graduate Pledge. The pledge is not an oath, but an expression of purpose to which you will respond, I will. Will you pledge yourself to use the knowledge, experience, and skills that you have gained at MacEwan University to serve your community and the world faithfully? I will. That's the best part. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the province of Alberta, and upon the recommendation of MacEwan University's Academic Governance Council, I admit you to the degree, applied degree, diploma, or certificate to which you are entitled. And I invest in you all the rights and privileges, powers, and responsibilities pertaining to that credential. When you hold that credential in your hands, you're holding our safety and our wellness. Now I bestow upon you this credential as a solemn trust to transform, engage, and improve the world from this day forth, to teach and to learn from others, so that through your learning, we all may flourish. Thank you. Congratulations. And you may briefly be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Monk and Dr. Honey. At this point in the program, our marshals will usher graduates to the stage. And while that's happening, the MacEwan University Big Band will perform a musical selection for your listening pleasure.
Every honeybee fills with jealousy when they see you are with me. I don't blame them, goodness knows. Honeysuckle rose. When you're passing by, flowers droop inside, and I know the reason why. You're my sweetie, goodness knows. Honeysuckle rose. Don't buy sugar, you just have to touch my cup. You're my sugar. It's sweet when you stir it up, but when I'm take kisses from your tasty lips, seems the honey barely drips your complexion. Oh, goodness knows, honeysuckle rose. Schleppet, subab, schleppet, subab, bumper, do out. Ba-do-do-bum-bum. My sugar, you just have to touch my cup. You're my sugar. It's sweet when you stir it up. When that take kisses from your tasty lips, seems the honey fairly drips your touching. Oh, goodness knows, honeysuckle rose. So don't buy sugar, 'cause you're my sugar and your confection. Goodness knows, honeysuckle rose.
Everyone, a round of applause for the MacEwan University Big Band. Aren't they amazing? We will now commence with the individual presentation of our graduates. We would like to remind you that if you wish to take photos of our graduate, to please come to the area at the right of the stage as we approach your graduate's name on the program. An usher will assist you to ensure the smooth flow of people in and out of this area. With the exception of those taking photos, we ask that you remain seated during the presentation out of respect for all graduates and their families. Offering congratulations to each graduate, our Board Chair Shelbourne, Dr. Honey, and Dr. Monk, as well as the faculty's dean. Dr. Saucier will present each graduate with their credential on stage, and the president will be assisted by Associate Registrars Mr. Tony Norad and Ms. Michelle Frazier. Off stage to your right is David Johnson, alumnus of MacEwan University. Mr. Johnson will present each graduate with a gift on behalf of the MacEwan University alumni. And I would ask each graduate to return to their seat after receiving their credential. Now, I would like to invite Dr. Fred McGinn, Dean, Faculty of Health and Community Studies, to present graduates.
Good afternoon. I now present to you the following candidates for a certificate, diploma, and degrees in the Faculty of Health and Community Studies.
Presenting graduates receiving the Bachelor of Child and Youth Care, Mofin Folua Olukanyin-Sola Adakonle. Dorothy Amoa. Jade Erin Arbuckle. Martina Lucille Becky. Quinn Lois Blythe with distinction. Devon Marie Bond.
Mackenzie Quinn Burlett. Maria Dawes Carry-On. Rita Shehayeb with distinction. Lucy Ann Crazy Boy. Jerica Ophilas Dela Cruz. Holly Hannah Katharina Gautreau with distinction. Amanda Mary Edith Gladue with distinction. Shelby Marie Hazeloop with distinction. Samantha Dawn McIntosh.
Ashley Samantha Marlowe. Angelica Janine Marte. Danielle Marie Milisivic. Puneet Parmar. Christina Marianne Pelster. Randy Seraphin Shun. Mira Kathleen Stevens. Orit Seret Soluro Blessing Uwawa. Jessica Lynn Valley.
Haley Michelle Telsa Sherl Walper. And lastly, Bridget Yuja Wilson. And now, presenting graduates receiving the Bachelor of Social Work. Fatima Abshir. Michelle Ann Bembridge. Zoe Alexandra Brinkman. Brianne Mary Alice Chambers with distinction. Brittany Dawn Coburn. Claire Bree Davies. Sosina Alime Degafu.
Angela Charlotte Dubaich. Philip Lorne Idek with distinction. Daisy Elizabeth Escato with distinction. Monique Carol Phelan. Lauren Elizabeth Foster with distinction. Caitlin Grace Garreau. Maria Anessa Gumapak. Ram Prasad Gawali. Marissa Jean Hall with distinction. Lori Marie Ham. Stephanie Nicole Ireland with distinction.
Iris Irwin. Natasha Rose Jaroslavsky with distinction. Carly Brianne Johnson. Christy Elizabeth Noble. Larissa Dene Pardee with distinction. Melanie Marie Peich. Tara Marie Penny. Jennifer Mary Robertson with distinction. Natasha Deanna Schmidt. Patricia Mariama Sese.
Upendra Sharma Lamachane. Liliane Siwe Nana. Roxanne Corey Skoreko. Summer Smith. Amanda Michelle Stoic with distinction. Kendra Jean Sutherland. Jennifer Quinn Tredow. Landon Jeffrey Turlock with distinction. Robin Lynn Wilson. Evan Day Yardley. Sue An Yoon with distinction, lastly. And now, presenting graduates receiving the Bachelor of Applied Human Service Administration. Colette Alyssa Cryer.
Deborah Lee Nessel. Donna K. Ann Stapleton with distinction. And lastly, Bonnie Jean Trottier with distinction. And now presenting graduates receiving the Child and Youth Care Diploma. Haley Ruby Cheshire with distinction. Jessica Ann Esposito. Jessica Valoria Fellarme. Nicole Ann Valoria Fellarme. Melissa Lynn Froelich. Robin Graham. Sarah Namera Violet Holmes.
Janelle Lee Hutala with distinction. Kirsten Dawn Alexis Light. Havneet Kaur Lit. Jenna Elizabeth Mascal. Janelle Reyes Quito. And lastly, Alyssa Faye Sequina with distinction. And now, presenting graduates receiving the Correctional Services Diploma. Jordan Jeanette Adams-Lewitz. Jennifer Akua Mansa Ameya. Jasmine Aaron Barif.
Michelle Arlene Bella. Andrea Myra Brown. Jessica Marie Collins. Matthew James Michael Cromar. Brittany Dawn Dallow. Nicole Amanda Dubé. Crystal Lynn Fink. Kelsey Maria Joyce Heslop Yakimchuk. Taylor Louise Horbasenko. Michelle Dawn Earshide.
Sidri Mohammed Jama. Jessie Faye Grace Jones. Simran Kaur. Paul Robert Kozankevich. Monique Elise Marilyn Labonte. Alec Connor Marcoux. Marissa Alexis Mardones. Marina Suzanne McHale. Corey Ryan Mills.
Ryan Richard Nealon. Janice Ann Norman. Juliana Faye Okamau. Kaisha Janelle Oliver. Kaylin Rochelle Parsons. Camille Shanice Powell. Jamie Alexander Pucci. Ana Paula Renault Castro. Janessa Diane Romanchuk. Haley Lee Rosenthal. Rebecca Elizabeth Jane Shepherd. Michelle Spearing.
Paige Elizabeth Sumners. And lastly, Tyler George Svekla. And now, presenting graduates receiving the Early Learning and Child Care Diploma. Zara Salah Aim. Catherine Al-Chamali. Amandeep Kaur Bahala. Kimberly Dawn Barnashone. Megan Marley Barras. Ireland Mary Joyce Bratton.
Jordan Edith Ann Brandigan. Haley Kathleen Cassidy. Patricia Cervantes Romo. Chukwu Fonaya Chukwura. Laura Jean Court. Amy Lee Doroshenko. Jamie Alyssa Dwan.
Alexandra Eric. Joanne Estefan with distinction. Kritika Gaba. Candace Jane Gladu. Jocelyn Campus Grisdale. Candace Halabi. Amelia Joyce Austin Hanks. Dawn Marie Hodder with distinction. Madison Sierra Humphrey with distinction. Hanan Abubakar Imam. Sarah Januwala. Gagandeep Kaur Jasa. Maria Crisel Hoyohoy.
Andrea Paula Kaup. Amandeep Kaur. Aziz Kaur. Harvinder Kaur. Navneet Kaur. Harkarinder Kaur. Samanpreet Kaur. Heather Grace Costeriva. Cheyenne Laura Lashowski.
Jenna Marie Lindsay. Paula Angela Lumandas. Caitlin Ann Mariessa. Esther Maruhusa Matendo. Nureen Mosin. Samara Fahimi Musa. Lance Ryan Mudrick. Nurto Sheikh Osman. Kiana Renee Ottahall.
Brianna Teresa Pileggi. Faith Lynn Pilkey. Xiao Biao Kyun. Anastasia Ross. Amanda Marie Roswell. Alexandra Dawn Roth. Irene Aliganja Rushubira. Brooklyn Shepherd. Bowen Song.
Sarah Ann Stang. Shania Dawn Staples. Kasia Michelle Sulewski with distinction. Brooke Annette Thompson. Kiana Riley Veenstra. Navjot Kaur Virk. Xiaolin Xu. Yijia Xu.
And lastly, Vanita Zoe Zoe. And now, presenting graduates, receiving the Emergency Communications and Response Certificate. Robin Jordan Canlas Alcaro. Isabel Chauvet Archibald, with distinction. Chelsea Neary Britton, with distinction. Nicole Eve DeWitt. Brenda Lynn Hare, with distinction.
Paige Erin Hetherington, with distinction. Kirsten Nicole Holloway, with distinction. Chelsea Marie Knievel. Jessica Lucy Leach, with distinction. Michael Ying King Liu, with distinction. Michaela Marlene Marcotte. Chandra Rose Nelson. Amanda Lynn Nelson Hills, with distinction. Jordan Catherine Netter, with distinction. Natasha Ann Potier, with distinction.
Brianne Patricia Reddy, with distinction. Eric Michel Richer, with distinction. Jordan Thomas Edward Sims. Megan Elizabeth Stay, with distinction. Juliana Marie Swiderski. Jacqueline Sage Toporowski, with distinction. Kyle Michael Treiber. And lastly, Jordan Ashley White. And now presenting graduates receiving the Hearing Aid Practitioner Diploma. Amanda Keeley Blackwell. Amanda Vaughn McCarraher.
And now, presenting graduates receiving the Police and Investigations Diploma. Jeremy D. Abouan. Vince Lopez Arcana. Jacqueline Tara Bain. Harleen Kaur Bara. Courtney Lee Bartlett. Chance Tanner Blaze. Brian Nicholas Blatz. Renz Kalalang. Michelle Ashley Christofferson.
Megan Connie Christofferson. Caitlin Reyna Colonel, with distinction. Austin Dale Cooper. Tyra Courtney Cooper. Jethro Paragas Dagas. Dania Jamal Dakour. Jade Desjardins. Levan Deep. Natasha Cecilia Duncan. Ian Albert Forbes. Miranda Taylor Gauthier.
Tyrell Norman Green. Josie Anne-Marie Hamilton. Caleb Daniel Houch. Emily Michelle Head. Robert Finn Hendry. Carly Emerence Expour. Katie Elizabeth Hilton. Zachary James Hinchliffe. Hannah Marie Louise Hayes.
Sung Han Kim. Jocelyn Ann Clausen. Carter Joseph Collada. Scott Adam Kramers. Peter Gary Lamont. Patrick Donald Larrivee. Brody Robert Thomas McGrath. Emily Margaret McGuffin. Ivan Ilyich Modestov. Kelly John Moose. Brett Brian Myshak.
Bailey Dawn Margaret Phillips. Noah Brendan Phillips. Olivia Simone Rogiani. Parker James Ruiz. Zachary Chivoletto. Sheldon Stephen Fred Skorpatic. San Song. Destiny Summer Stephen.
Janai Stote. Rupesh Sangar. Mackenzie Jolene Thompson. Alexandra Mary Ann Topping. Alexandra Ariane Tremblay. Trung Quoc Trong. Wade Allen Wells with distinction. And lastly, Zoe Zaremba Yopek. And now presenting graduates receiving the Social Work Diploma. Nancy Sawher Abunazar.
Evelyn Asana Ala A. Dale Tanya Arkand Morin with distinction. Ashley Susanna Jane Benson. Darla Christine Bosvik. Jennifer Simone Brooks. Trevor James Buttry with distinction. Titus Andrew Chan with distinction. Olive Kathleen Torrey Clark. Olivia Maureen Ella Dillon.
Drew Sophia Dunaway. Megan Enns. Sabrina Brooke Fabris. Kimberly Alice Garape. Gina Marie Gibson. Amanda Mary Rose Gillard. Kristen Morgan Gitzel with distinction. Manuela Tesfeldet Habtemariam. Alexander Makonnen Hadera. Maryam Jafar Hajar.
Faye Rose Hajer. Erin Hampel. Renée Elizabeth Hébert Tomalti. Kevin Josua Hernandez Martinez. Sarah Holmes. Lovemore Isaiah. Robert Mulumba Kanku. Kira Brianne Cathol with distinction. Natalia Lickness.
Kathina Hoi Yi Lin. Daniel Lower. Shelter Nyasha Maposa. Trish Ketso Mahabolawe. Catherine Elizabeth McCallum with distinction. Tristan Andy McCutcheon. Kelsey Charlene McIntyre with distinction. Megan Shauna Morin.
Kaya Alexandra Mulholland. Michaela Murty Patterson with distinction. Kelsey Dawn Purchison. Seth Reyes. Ashley Marie Roby. Christine Joanne Siebel. Poonam Ramesh Sharma. Helen Biratu Shifera. Linda C. Fung. Jessica Bernardino Silva. Cleopatra Shailat Siwela.
Jenna Smith with distinction. Louise S. Speakman. Nadine Andrea Splain. Vajirangani Stembo. E. To. Denise Walton. Dalen Andrew Wachowski. And lastly, Senate Tesselasi Yosef.
And now, presenting graduates receiving the Special Needs Education Assistant Certificate. Arshpreet Kaur. Diksha. Gurkirat Kaur. Anjali Agarwal. Miranda D. Aumiller. Jomil Canton. Wing Lam Chan. Adeline Mary Coombs. Christine Lynn Davison. Tabia Depa.
Amélie Manon Desjardins. Olivia Mary Erdman. Cassandra Emily Fata. Alyssa Dawn Franson. Hannah Margaret Milner Graham. Hina Gulati. Jessica Lynn Johnson. Harpreet Kaur. Kawaljit Kaur. Harley Angel Kennett.
Jennifer Marie Clausen with distinction. Tracy Lynn Klein. Colleen Samantha Knapp with distinction. Marie Justine Lorenz Lopez. Yao Lu. Joshua James Maderos. Kathy Ostashek with distinction. Andrea Bonnie Patilla.
Jordan Leah Peisinger. Emily Dawn Salahub. Sharoon Sharma. Amarpreet Kaur Such. Rachel Tiffany Switzer. Kelsey Marie Tetlock. Esther Ellie Kariaga Ursudan. Heather Estelle Walls.
Jingji Yang. And lastly, Natalia Simone Young. And now, presenting graduates receiving the Therapist Assistant Diploma. Kayla Joanne Acevedo with distinction. Alexis Eliza Anderson. Elizabeth Batasarsari. Madison Lee Best. I don't have it. Megan Taylor Burrows. Cherry Bel Capito Cachuela.
Hannah Joyce Candelaria. Yuping Jung with distinction. Morgan Jade Marissa Christie. Keely May Dallin. Cody Dang. Lindsay Dale Dixon. Cheyenne Kayla Durocher. Rebecca Ilona Francis, with distinction. Stephanie Marlena Gallus, with distinction. Priyanka Pramodbai Gandhi, with distinction.
Marla Jade Garala. Amanda Ray Glatt, with distinction. Cassidy Paige Goodman. Justin Hung Fee Hung. Jenna Renee Herdlicka. Savannah Carey Huckolak. Kennedy Theodora Victoria James.
Michaela Huka. Stephen Kautz. Brenda Lynn Latan. Claire Helen McLeod. Nicole Reed. Natasha Elizabeth Rosnicki, with distinction. Samantha Beth Rubalak.
Emmy Esther Sayeki. Stacy Brianne Sams. Galina Severinchuk. Abby Jane Sieben. Christine Elizabeth Siegel. Ethan Mark Thomas. Marissa Ashley Thomas with distinction. Kayla Renee Washington with distinction. And last,
But not least,
Jamie Delaney Wood.
Well, it may not seem like it, but there were actually graduates who were unable to make it today. And so on behalf of them, let's extend them our congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. McGrin, and congratulations to the class of 2018. I hope you can stay with us for just a little while longer. You brave souls. We do have presentation of student awards, and we will begin with the Dean's Medal for Academic Excellence for the Faculty of Health and Community Studies, and I invite Dr. McGinn to present this award.
Well, I'm here. Anybody else out there? All right, thanks. Within each faculty and school at MacEwan University, we recognize the students whose academic efforts have propelled them to the top of their class. The Dean's Medals are the highest academic honor that may be granted by a faculty and recognizes the exemplary success of individual students within their area of study. One award may be granted in a certificate or diploma program and one award in a degree program. This year's Dean's Medal for Academic Excellence in the certificate diploma program is Colleen Knapp. So let me read you a little bit about what Colleen's professors said about her and why they believe that she is the recipient or should be the recipient for this year's medal. Colleen's academic performance during her certificate program was excellent, earning a 4.0 grade point average. She excelled in class with everything she did: individual assignments, group projects, reflections, supporting other classmates. She approached her learning professionally, asked thoughtful questions, continued to seek and improve her academic performance. She often used her voice in class to advocate for individuals with exceptionalities. Her instructors and fellow students appreciated her warm and easygoing personality and her sense of humor. I had lunch with her today, and I can testify to that. During her practicum at Ben Calf Robe School, Colleen developed a wonderful positive rapport with all the students, colleagues, and parents she encountered and demonstrated initiative, collaboration, and professional collegiality. The students were very excited and happy on her practicum days and clamored to work with her. Her classroom teacher was impressed, saying that Colleen was able to adapt to the constantly changing activities and events that are typical of a high-needs grade 1 classroom with poise and a positive attitude. Please join me in congratulating our Dean's Medal recipient for a certificate or diploma, Colleen Knapp. This year's Dean's Medal for Academic Excellence in a Degree Program for the Faculty of Health and Community Studies is awarded to Landon Jeffrey Turlock, a graduate of the Bachelor of Social Work program. And might I just say, this is the first class of our Bachelor of Social Work program.
So let me just embarrass Landon just for a minute. Landon earned a 3.96 grade point average, a little below, really. In our first graduating class of the Bachelor of Social Work program. He was involved in the School of Social Work Student Advisory Committee in both his third and fourth year, where he served as its chair for the 2017-18 academic year. Landon took his role of leadership within the School of Social Work very seriously, advocating for students and planning student programs to develop community building. Landon personifies all we envision when developing the new Bachelor of Social Work degree program. He's a critical thinker who brings evidence and thoroughness of scholarship to each of his assignments and to his field of practice. He has embraced the core themes of sustainability and Indigenous knowledge, and as such has made significant personal lifestyle changes in his own life that reflect this new knowledge. And he demonstrates passion about human rights and social justice. A worthy award winner. Join me in congratulating Dean's Medal recipient for undergraduate programs, Landon Turlock.
Thank you, Dr. McGinn, and congratulations to Colleen and Landon. And now I'd like to ask Dr. Monk to present the Governor General's Bronze Medal.
Three minutes shy of 3 hours, I've been promoted to the first podium.
Made it.
Indeed. The Governor General's Bronze Medal is awarded to the student who achieves the highest overall academic standing based on graduation grade point average in a diploma program. Please join me in welcoming back to the stage Marissa Ashley Thomas, a graduate of the Therapist Assistant Diploma. Speech-language pathologist assistant prepares people to work primarily with children and to support the implementation of treatment for communication disorders. People who succeed in this career enjoy working with children and are patient, flexible, and creative team players. Not surprisingly, these qualities describe our medal winner. Marissa Thomas is described by her instructors as patient, positive, kind, empathetic, compassionate, and an enthusiastic learner. Legend says that she always came to class with a smile on her face. She was one of the first students to volunteer in class activities and participate in out-of-class practice sessions. Marissa was quick to support classmates who did not master the content as easily as she did. Marissa is insightful and purposeful in her clinical work, showing excellent rapport with clients and supervisors. Her clinical supervisor continues to rave about her even after she completed her placement. It's my honor to present Marissa Ashley Thomas with the Governor General's Collegiate Bronze Medal.
That's my sis.
Yeah. Well, this has turned into such an intimate gathering. And I would like to now invite, well, thank you, Dr. Monk, and congratulations to Marissa again. But I would like to thank, and I would like to invite David Johnson, alumni representative, to provide a welcome to you, our newest members of the MacEwan University alumni family, the brave, the few. Can't help it. David.
Thank you for the honor of being almost the last speaker of the day, too. People always like it when there's only one or two left. Well, congratulations. On behalf of the MacEwan alumni, I am truly honored to be among the first to congratulate you on your absolutely incredible achievement. This celebration is really the culmination of outstanding commitment to your hard work and success. You need to be really proud about how far you've come in here and recognize the incredible value behind that little piece of paper you hold in your hand. When they first asked me to present this welcome to new graduates, they'd asked me to prepare a speech between 2 and 3 hours, so I've done that.
The last people just left.
Sorry, it was 2 to 3 minutes. Okay, sorry. Well, I've pared it down to about 1 page, so we'll get that done pretty quickly. In your hands, that piece of paper is your physical representation of those achievements. They're a real testament to your efforts, your difficulties, your motivation, and for many of you, your coffee intake. I'm well aware of that, being a graduate of MacEwan myself, having spent many early mornings, long days, and late nights on my schoolwork. That credential will act as a key to help you open doors for years to come. But more importantly, the knowledge and experience that you've gained during your time at MacEwan will also assist in keeping those doors open. So as a student, you've actually learned a lot more than just the content of your courses. Don't get me wrong, we're all here to learn content at MacEwan. However, you've also learned equally important attributes of independence, hard work, critical thinking, perseverance, teamwork, and leadership skills. Also, you've learned to question things that don't make sense and engage with your community. And you've learned the ability to construct and express ideas to those around you. The experiences you've had at MacEwan will certainly benefit you and your community for the remainder of your lifetime. And you'll all have the chance to contribute to countless lives, to lift those up around you who need lifting up, and not only to seize opportunities, but to create them. Today, you join over 60,000 alumni. 60,000. That's almost as many as who are in this room right now, who are making a difference in their communities. So both here in Edmonton, Alberta, and around the world. So as you move forward, remember what you've learned and know that the power to change the world is within each and every one of you. Again, congratulations and thank you.
Thank you, David. This brings us to the closing moments of our ceremony. And I think at this time I'd like to invite all graduates to express their appreciation to the people who've helped them along on this educational journey. And I'm going to ask the faculty members to rise and ask the family and friends to rise. And graduates, can you give a round of applause to faculty, family, and friends who've helped you for your journey? And can I now ask faculty, family, and friends to give a round of applause to our graduating class of 2018! Everybody's so enthusiastic, it's great. I know that in her closing remarks, our president will thank the many volunteers who have helped make these convocation ceremonies possible and I think special for many people. But I wanted to take this opportunity to personally thank and recognize one individual in particular, Ms. Freya Ali. Freya, can you come out here? Just come on out here. It's okay, it's okay. Freya is our convocation coordinator, and she has worked tirelessly, feverishly at times, and always professionally behind the scenes and between the scenes to make all of this happen and to keep us all organized. Thank you, Faria. President Saucier, I invite you to close convocation.
Are you sure? I did hear that. Yes, I did. Congratulations to each of our graduates. We know this is a special day and we encourage you to celebrate its importance with your family and friends. Allow me to express my sincere thanks to all the volunteers who have made this happen and to our band, our faculty, and everyone else. We are so proud of the achievements of each and every one of our graduates. I would now ask that everyone please stand and remain standing during the playing of our Legacy Recessional, composed by MacEwan alumnus Sean Bessie, and kindly wait until the graduates have left the performance chamber before you exit. Don't run. Mace bearer, University Registrar, will you please lead the recessional? I now declare this convocation closed.